From fire to water, President Obama made a long-awaited visit to Flint, Michigan today, where the drinking water has been contaminated with lead. William Brangham has the story.
The president was greeted by gray skies and a line of Michigan officials, including Republican Governor Rick Snyder and Flint Mayor Karen Weaver. He urged parents in Flint to have their kids tested for lead exposure and to use filters on their tap water. Then he took a drink himself.
Generally, I have not been doing stunts here, but, and this used a filter.
This visit was prompted in part by a letter from Mari Kopany, an 8-year-old girl in Flint.
I am one of the children that is affected by this water, and I have been doing my best to march and protest and speak out for all the kids that live here in Flint.
Known as Little Miss Flint, she and other residents had the chance to meet with the president today.
You should be angry, but channel that anger. You should be hurt, but don't sink into despair. And most of all, do not somehow communicate to our children here in this city that they're going to be saddled with problems with the rest of their life, because they will not. They'll do just fine.
All of this comes 2 years after the city's water source was switched to the Flint River to save money. After months of complaints of tainted water, officials acknowledged the river water wasn't treated properly and had leached lead from old pipes into people's water supply. The city has stopped using the river and lead levels are gradually falling, but questions remain about who knew what and when about the lead contamination. Julie Mack is a reporter at Michigan Live, a state newspaper consortium. She was part of an investigative team looking into emails and documents from Governor Snyder and his inner circle.
There was something obviously seriously wrong with the water. People are coming to showing off jugs of brown water for a year, 17 months before they did anything. And that remains a puzzle of why did it take so long for there to be action?
Good afternoon.
Snyder himself was heckled and booed today at his speech in Flint, and he apologized again, saying, quote, "Your government failed you." Looking ahead, the mayor of Flint estimates it'll cost $55 million to remove and replace Flint's old lead pipes. The Michigan legislature has approved $67 million since October, but so far the money has been slow to reach residents. A congressional package of $100 million for the water system and $50 million for health care needs associated with lead poisoning is still awaiting action. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm William Brangham.